Hey everybody, this is Rob Wilson with Performance Therapeutics and Prepare to Perform, and today we're going to talk about the Silat lunge. So you might be asking yourself, what in the hell is a Silat lunge? Well, Silat, or sometimes called Pencak Silat, is a really old Indonesian martial art that this footwork actually comes from. So in that martial art, a lot of times they're crouching very low to the ground, moving their lower limbs in some very odd shapes. Why does that matter if you're an athlete? It matters because the lower body has to be able to twist as one unit in order to maximize our torque. So this is just a really fun sort of unilateral way to challenge the range of motion and to mix up our movement patterns a little bit so that we don't get stale. All right, so it's sort of a progression from the inline lunge. So if you're having trouble at all with the inline lunge work, then you can either just stick with that or rely on some of the scaling done here. Do realize that some of the ranges of motion in the Silat style lunge can be pretty extreme for some people, especially on the knees. So don't feel like you have to force the end range motion, okay? So we're gonna start out. It helps to have some kind of line on the ground as a reference point. I put tape here because it's going to be easier to see on the video. But you can use tape at home, you can use a board, whatever. Just make sure that whatever you're using, it's flat. So I start with both feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. My feet are bladed off about 45 degrees. I'm up nice and tall. And then I'm going to step my front foot directly behind my back foot, keeping both of my feet about 45 degrees and allowing my body to turn. Now from here, this is where it gets really fun. I'm gonna drop straight down and you'll see my back knee come up underneath, and ideally, you'd be able to touch the ground, all right? Now, see how my front foot is staying flat and my back heel comes up off the ground. So really, if you're comfortable here, you can sit like this and stay pretty upright. From here, you push up with both feet, and turn. Now I'm bladed off in the other direction. I step straight back, same distance, just a little bit wider than hip width. See my back knee, it's going to twist and drop down right behind my front foot. Again, I'm upright, my torso is turning with my feet. I press up and I turn again. So basically my feet are going back and forth between a 45-degree angle, all right? So that's a back step. A front step would be just the opposite. My back foot would come up, match the direction of my front foot. I would touch and twist. Now I'm facing the opposite direction. I step forward, both feet are 45 degrees. Back knee comes down, I touch, press, and turn, all right? You might find this more fatiguing on your hips than you thought. Take your time with it. If it feels odd at all, don't go all the way down, all right? Go halfway, go a quarter of the way. The idea is just to challenge that twisting motion in your hips, ankles, feet, and your knees a little bit. Where it can get really dicey is that twisting on the knee. So if you're missing any range of motion upstream in your hip or downstream in your ankle, your knees might talk. So small challenges, let the movement open up the range. No need to use force. All right, have fun with that.